of the underlying asphalt.
There's minor repairs.
Minor repairs in Loveland. Our substrate's in fairly decent shape over there. If you're going to cover it, it doesn't really matter what it looks like, as long as it's level and flat.
Did we not have some issues way back when, Arthur? Is there a car buried down there, or
I was taken out.
taken out? So it's figured. So it's face is solid again.
Refrigerators.
Refrigerator. All right, that's all been going.
It says
All right,
it's good for
We have to evaluate some more.
All right, yeah, we got to get back to that Miners Pavilion. We never acted on that. There's a drawing that.
Just one more thing, and I'll be done. Galati Road is now officially reopened. We reopened Galati Road last Friday. So the bridge has been installed. We completed our roadway widening work into the bridge. We went from a 12-foot wide deck to an 18-foot wide deck, and all that work is completed. We do have some ongoing projects in the park up there. We got the cobble-faced stone walls up on both sides of the concession stand and in behind the backstop, and got that area paved. We're doing some additional drainage work in and around the tool shed. And I have guys, as we have holes in our schedule, we're doing work on the concession stand, freeze boards, drip edge, rehanging gutters, and replacing the outside wall panels, the T111, that are badly deteriorated or rotted right at the ground. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Very good, thanks. Do you see a picture of that Miners Pavilion with hip roof? The rest of ours have gable roofs, if you want to know the difference. So is there, we have a motion to approve the construction of the Miners
Can I ask a
Pavilion?
question?
Sure.
Do we know the dimensions of it?
I said it
22 by
already twice. 22 by 40 by 8 feet tall.
Any other questions?
And that's all that's going to be there is a pavilion? Is there going to be any sort of memorial that goes with it?
Ultimately, yes, if we raise enough, when we raise enough funds for it.
Excuse me, Elizabeth, the brick pathway to that, is that what we've already donated with the miners' names on them?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The pathway going to the pavilion, okay? Those bricks that were shown on
The
there.
pavers,
Yes, are those the ones that's going to have the miners, the name and dates on it? Or haven't you decided yet?
the brick pavers are for anyone that worked in the mines.
Yes, and I've already made the contribution back
Yes.
over a year ago, and I was wondering if that's where,
However, well, we didn't have enough funds to do it, now we do.
right,
The monument will have the names of the people that died in the mines.
that got killed in the mines.
There
Okay,
were 270.
right.
But you don't know yet what that monument's going to look like?
No,
So we're just approving the pavilion?
that's all we're doing right now.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Been moved. Is there a second? I'll second that motion. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any
No.
nays?
No.
You voted no?
Yeah, I voted no.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? Would
Wait.
you guys do with
Wait, Carol, let the record show that there's 4 ayes and 1 nay. Go ahead.
When you do put the memorial in, that each person, family member that donated their money has a policy and agreement lined up so they know if their brick broke, who's in charge of replacing it? Are they, is the historical society who's in charge of replacing the maintenance?
Can you come up to the podium, please?
Can you hear me?
You can take it out, so you don't have to stand. You can take it out, so you don't have to stand on your toes.
So just for the future of the family members, because I did have a great-grandfather that passed away in Lawrence, in the mine, just for each family member to have a policy agreement if their brick maybe broke, who's in charge? Do they replace it? What if that family member passed away and nobody was there to pay for that brick? Who would replace it? With the Historical Society? And who would be responsible for future damages of the brick? Just a suggestion to think of.
That's a good suggestion,
Good
something
idea.
for us to consider, but we've not thought that through.
I would be gladly to help.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, there was also a suggestion for if we put a permanent bonfire pit to have a walkway towards and around it with pavers also, not for just miners, but for any other residents who want to honor a family member too, to have a memorial sidewalk.
What did you say again? It was too long.
The suggestion, if we end up putting a permanent spot for bonfires or, in a fire in a park, having a walkway to it and around it, sell pavers for that, for people who want to make a dedication in the park to a loved one that's just not related to mining, because there are people who also have that same interest. They can buy a stone and have a walkway, like a memorial walkway for people.
You mean through the Historical Society?
No, this is just through the township.
One thing we have to bear in mind on those pavers, I don't know if any of you go to Peters Township Library. They use the pavers in their entrance to the library for people to make donations. The rain has wiped away everything off of those stones. They have since put a plaque inside the first set of doors telling you the names of everybody that was on that paver, because you can't read the pavers. So if we're going to do pavers, we've got to do more research to make sure we get the quality pavers that the name is going to stay on there.
That's right.
The weather changes. There's a lot we still have to tinker with to get.
Well, we're not going to try to step on your parade either, to take over for your donations or expecting.
One minute we were talking about the Miners Pavilion, and then you said other people in the township might be. I think we were leaving that for strictly Cecil Township miners and.
What you're talking about, yes.
Yeah.
But I guess you wonder how long those stones, those pavers can last. You see actually marble monuments in cemeteries that after so many years it gets worn away too. So how long could a flat clay paver last?
Yeah, well, that's what I said, that's stuff we have to still discuss here, I think.
There's different qualities on it.
There's different qualities of it.
We're not there yet.
Okay, all right, we'll go on then. Okay. We voted on the pavilion. We were just, Chief, did you have anything on the report? Okay. Any general comments from anybody?
I just want to say the next Historical Society meeting, which is on the 21st of this month, we're going to have the speaker here that is going to talk about the Venice Cemetery, Village Run Cemetery, the Coventry Cemetery, the St. Mary's Cemetery. Nancy Marshall's getting speakers together to talk about that. And Brian McConnell is one of the speakers she's getting. So I think it's going to be a very good meeting at 7 o'clock on the 21st, right here.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I have a question for the public works people. I wonder if we can establish